international travel. No one gets that in Musanze. That's a
You
new
got
phone
that phone
cover.
cover in Musanze?
I actually have a plug here in Kigali if you guys
You
want
do?
his number.
How you doing, by the way?
I'm doing great.
Good to have you back. Let's start off this conversation. You see, we want to talk about a journey of life today. All right? Every journey worth taking is littered with obstacles, right? The kind that test not only your plans, but also your patience, your belief in your own self, and the very stories we tell about our lives. The easy moments rarely shape us. It is the difficult seasons, the failed launches, the lost opportunities, the unexpected detours that carve the contours of who we become. Just the other day, I had this friend of mine who planned for a wedding. And in the same weekend for the wedding, the fiancé got an accident and went into coma.
What?
They had arranged everything, inclusive cake. So you can imagine we became the beneficiaries because they had to send cake to us to be able to eat that cake.
That's really sad.
But here's the
And
paradox.
surreal.
Very surreal.
Inside every setback lies a hidden advantage. Inside every setback is an opportunity disguised as disappointment. The people who thrive ain't the ones who avoid the hardships. I know, by default, we all want to avoid the pain. I hear people talk about circumcision and how it is very painful. But I mean, you do it and you just do it. I thank my grandmother who made sure I was circumcised, because the phobia I have
Did you
for
know you
pain,
actually just said it on national radio how circumcised you
Yeah,
are?
exactly.
because it's okay.
He just snitched on himself.
They
It's-
should
it's
give
not-
you,
it's
they
not
should
okay
give you
for
to
you to be
headline this
circumcised.
campaign, I swear.
It should be a campaign. So my grandmother used rudimentary ways to have me circumcised.
You just what? Use like a proper razor.
No,
and
my
swat.
grandmother being a Hajat, all right? My mother was dilly-dallying. My mother is a nurse, and I think she also has pain phobia, so she didn't want me to go through the process.
So your grandmother grabbed a knife and just cleared
When
you.
I went to visit my grandmother,
Got a knife and cleared your jama like that.
how it started
Okay, can
and
we
how
check
it
this?
ended,
Can we just go back to this?
of course.
I feel like today Jesse is trying to today's topic. Jesse is trying to get back at me for getting back at all the motivational speakers, because today's topic is to our listeners. We're talking about, much as I'm not proud of this topic, we're talking about the flip side. Finding, you said it's finding hidden advantage in every setback, right? Yes, that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to try and break it down with you guys. I hate this topic much as I hate the one of love and relationships.
Which ones do you like, Nasa, though?
I don't like topics that are very subjective
He's
and
a
also that
foodie.
sound like motivational
So
speakers.
should we talk about food?
He's
No,
a
no,
foodie,
no, no.
So he loves food.
Food prepping, eh?
No, so okay, maybe a bit of background. The reason why I don't like topics like this one is because of motivational speakers.
Okay.
Although this is a very nice topic, actually. Finding hidden advantage in every setback is a very good
Yeah.
topic, actually. It's actually something that people need to know because it might actually help them a lot when they're looking at the perspective of life and all the things that are missed and how they have to get through it. Life is hard.
But
It's
you see,
really hard.
Nasa, when I look at you, you don't look like somebody who's had any setbacks in life.
It looks like everything was very clear for you.
It's just been straightforward,
I have the right to remain silent.
privileged.
You like those rich kids.
Yeah, he calls
They
himself
went
bland.
the kids who went like to SMAC. From SMAC they went to Harvard. From Harvard they're working with you know what I mean. Like it doesn't look like that
Work
kid who has
with
gone through a
international
hustle.
agencies.
Guys,
For us who had to wait for tuition to be paid,
Guys,
at some point
the-
you'd miss
the-
papers.
you guys should have attended that conference when we were all still in the womb. They told us choose your parents wisely.
So for us we chose wrong parents.
You guys should have attended that conference.
Did we
where they
even
said-
have a choice?
It's Paris Hilton who said it was. She was like, "How to become successful like Paris Hilton? Choose your parents wisely."
No sense.
But let's get real, Nasa. Have you in your life experienced a setback?
Many.
I just want you to point to one.
No. I'm not outing myself. I'm just going to teach people how to get. No. So, morning, folks. Today we are talking about the flip side, not a new dance move. It's about how every setback, every bad day has a side you're not seeing. This is now the motivational speaker version of myself. Much as I hate motivational speakers, I don't know what motivational speakers did to me, but I find them a bit cheesy, and yet I'm lactose intolerant. Anyways, so today we are going into the flip side. What is the flip side, guys?
What is it?
Yes, we are calling it the flip side, right?
Yeah.
So what's the flip side? So the flip side, these are my own words. This is not like a description or a definition. I had taken some notes somewhere. I said, it's not about pretending bad things are fun, right? It's about looking at the same event from a different angle. So that's where now I try to get really, really mad at motivational speakers, because they get all the bad things and try to make them fun. But some things are just utterly bad. There's no fun side of it. Like, you find another angle to help you get through it, but it doesn't mean it should be fun. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like you mentioned the colleague who has a fiance as in a coma. There is no fun about that situation.
No.
Maybe the flip side is you just keep hoping that at least they did not die, and hope that they make it through the coma, because eventually people wake up. You know what I mean?
They do, yeah.
Yeah, so you hold out the hope that they'll probably make it through, and they eventually maybe make it through because the energy you give at some point. And also the other flip side is you say maybe also they did not lose any body parts, they don't get impaled, and also they're doing very good when it comes to medical care. But other than that, there's no fun about that situation. So today we are talking about the flip side, where you find different angles to look at things so that you can create that resilience. Not necessarily make it fun. And you know how motivational speakers be. Oh, you can make it through life. You can do this. What? No, you can't do this.
Can we live without that kind of conversation of flipping things to your advantage?
Yes. I'll give quick examples. You know the people who take buses, right?
To Musanz.
Don't worry. I'm one of those people. I'm those people.
You miss a bus.
Yeah.
Maybe you avoid an accident ahead, right? You lose your phone, and suddenly you're actually talking to people at dinner because you lost your phone. You're having a conversation with your family because you lost your phone. You get stuck in traffic. You finally call your mom back while you're in that traffic. You're like, you know what? I'm not going to panic about the meetings I'm going to. Let me just call my mom. Because they wanted to talk to me and I haven't found a slot. Now I'm stuck in traffic. Let me just call my mom back. I'll have that conversation as I go slowly through traffic. Or maybe you get to finish that podcast you've been listening to, or so I'm giving an example of so many things. The flip side, like in our setup here, you see how the rain shows up, and someone's wedding is delayed because of that heavy rain, right?
Yeah.
But now, for us, we're actually clapping because the water problem is going to get resolved because we are now having a bit of rainfall and whatnot, right? So there's a flip side to everything, but it doesn't have to be fun. Like, let's not like downplay the problems and say you can actually reduce the problem. It's all in your mind. Guys, there are some problems that are real. There are some challenges that are real.
No, I don't think there's a problem which is not real. Every problem is a problem.
I think how you handle it is how you look at that problem is what makes it easy.
Not easy, but manageable. That's why we are doing the flip side today. And maybe I give an example of what I think the flip side is, but I don't know if you guys have your own description of the flip side. For me, it's simply, let's look at it a different way. It doesn't necessarily have to be fun or make it easier, but we look at it a different way and say, okay, now that has happened, let's accept it, let's lock in. Now, what can we do? What can we do about it? We move, right? Yeah, we're not paralyzed by it. Let's move. What do we do?
Allow me to ask this question, Nasa. When you face a setback, I know we're talking about the flip side, but what is that very first thing that somebody should be doing mentally to stop, the overthinking and the going around the same problem without coming to a solution or a way forward?
It's a good question. So maybe this is a bit subjective. That's why I said I hate the topic. In my case, I simply keep my stress levels down by stopping to fight reality. I lean into it and then I start adapting. Like, I get into that phase they call acceptance phase, right? You're like, this is real. This is actually happening. Let me not snap about it. A quick example was there's an exercise I once did and things just kept getting worse. So what I did is I flew forward in time of how bad can they get. You see what I mean? Like, I was like, so we're at level 2 now, things are getting this way and this way, but what's level 10? So I started quickly going through the options, and it didn't even reach there. So while I was at, let's say, level 4, I was like, it's still not level 10. I've already thought about the worst case scenario, and I'm still not at that worst case scenario. So this gave me the ability to now start stifling the bleeding. I'm like, you know what? Let me deal with this thing as it goes. Let's deal with the situation as it develops. But how bad can this get? Like, what's the flip side? So I've realized that for most people, myself included, back in the day, if you don't train your mind for the resilience, I think the panic is what kills you more than the actual problem. The stress can get to you farther than the real thing. Stress can tell you to fly, and then you fly.
Yeah, let me get some perspective from Juliana now that you've had NASA's approach to situations, right? He's going to forward think 10 steps ahead, see a worst case scenario. But you've had a fair share of experiences and setbacks. What's your approach?
First of all, the acceptance bit. For me, that's what has really one of those things that have helped me to manage situations and those anxieties that comes with stress levels. It's of course the first time it crosses your mind or it comes to you, you kind of freak out.
Exactly.
You lose yourself for a second. You jump. But then learning to calm myself down and tell myself, but it's okay. It's going to be okay. And I can't change nothing right now because it has already happened. That's one thing. However, it doesn't mean that I don't freak out, I don't jump, I don't get scared, I get all those things that comes with that stress, right? But I learned to calm myself down. If I need to take some days off, I will take some days off. If I need to take some hours alone, I will have to do that so that I can accept. The moment I start accepting, I actually manage whatever is coming ahead of me.
But is it just to accept a situation, or is it to identify within the situation what is within your control, what is out of your control, so you can start dealing with what is within your control?
Yeah, so I wrote it down in like 5 steps. I don't know if this works for everyone, but this works for me. And I said, maybe these are the stages of like how to set up the flip side, because remember, these things are happening in real time. Yeah. You're not going to take time and then go study this like in a school classroom setting or whatever. But I think these 5 steps might help. So for me, the first part is pause before you panic. Instantly, and then give your brain time to calm down. Now, whatever exercise you guys do, it's different for everyone, how to calm your brain down. Mine is usually getting into it even worse. Like, how you get shot with an arrow, you can't pull it out because it will take a large chunk of your body with it. Instead, you have to push it through. So the only way is through. So for me, step 1 is I pause before I panic, and then I give my brain time to analyze and make it even worse. And I'm like, so what's the worst case scenario here? I'm not yet at the worst case scenario. And even if I'm at the worst case scenario, I now go to step 2, which is I ask myself, what's the upside here? Because you've now done the worst case scenario. So even if the upside is very small, you take that win. I'll give you an example. You're in some sort of worst case scenario, but the upside could be you're still alive. You're like, you know what? I'm still alive. I'm still here. Let's see what to do. I'm still breathing. I'm not yet there, right? Then I know this sounds like motivational speaker cheese, but if you get to step 3, now you have to think long term, not short term, because most people, when they're getting into these panicky situations, they think short term, and that's what ends up into a problem. So now you got to think long term. You're like, the benefit might appear months later. It may not appear today. It may not appear tomorrow. It may be months later. I might get out of this situation after a very long time. So you start looking into long term. Your mind starts to accept that this is not going to get solved instantly. It might go long term. And then I go to step 4, where now I borrow perspective from others. I now lay this down to the people you trust. Sit with a bunch of people you trust, not everyone, and try to see if they might see another angle you're missing. Because remember, when you're the one with the problem, you see it differently from other people. Others who are not really, who are neutral about it might actually show you a different perspective. I like saying this because I read it from one of those Indian authors, Pramod Batra. He said, most problems are solutions in disguise, but you may not see the solution. It's another person that will tell you the solution. They'll be like, so you're panicking because you have, these black the stickers on the windows. What is it? Fime? Tint. The French people call it fime. Yeah, and the police is basically waiting for you ahead. You're talking to this other person and they tell you, it's a simple thing. Just roll your windows down. Modern problems require modern solutions. And drive with your windows down until you get to a place where you can get them. Yeah? I don't own a car. I'm a bicycle person.
Okay.
By law, by the way, your car should not be tinted.
It shouldn't. I don't like people who tint cars. It freaks me out.
They do a lot of bad things.
Yeah, I feel like you have a hidden agenda.
Guys, leave the people with tinted cars alone. I was just giving it as
what
an
are you
example.
hiding?
What are you
from
hiding?
home?
Anyways, step 5, practice daily.
You
Start
sound
with
like you
tiny
have a
things
tinted car now, sir.
like a long queue.
Yes, proceed.
Start with practice daily. Okay, so I'm going to go back to step 1 up to step 5 quickly. I said I usually pause before I panic and think about the way to calm your brain down. In my case, it was, what's the worst case scenario? And I'm not yet there. But that's only for me. For other people, it may be another way to calm yourself down. I know a bunch of people who say if a problem like that arises, they stop everything they're doing and first pause for a second. That's actually a good exercise where you say, let me not move, let me not do anything right now. Because if I do anything right now, it's going to be a problem. Then ask yourself, that is step 2, what's the upside? There's always an upside, even if it's very tiny. Then think long term. Then borrow perspectives from other people. Things start to become a bit clearer if you're talking to others, and then you may find your problem is actually something small that can be easily solved by other people. They're like, oh, you're experiencing that, we experienced that a long time ago. Usually when you put it out there, people actually know. Most of the things we're experiencing in this world, we are not discovering. They've been there for years and years. We're just finding out for the first time. And then maybe the 5th one is maybe practice resilience.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess some of you don't want to practice resilience.
No, because it's also just very ambiguous to say practice resilience. As in, I wake up and start practicing resilience. What do you mean?
Okay, start with tiny things.
When life leaves with no option.
Start with tiny things, Jesse. You know that long queue at the bank? Breathe in, breathe out. Don't try to cut the line. I know you know so many people, and they'll get him to the front. In fact, they usually bring his money home, but practice being in that line. A wrong order at the cafe. Don't lose your temper.
Okay, you've broken your iPhone 16. It's all shattered.
I don't see that as a problem. How do you
practice resilience? You don't see it as a problem?
That's a very subjective question. So I don't see that as a problem. It's just a phone. You get another. Guys. Get yourself an Infinix. Get yourself a Samsung.
Do you know how I got
Use it even when it's broken. These things are actually resilient.
I'm using a broken phone
what
right
I had to do to get the iPhone 16?
So think about it.
You think it's not a problem.
Okay, so we're going to use that exercise of the iPhone. Step 1, I'm not going to panic. My phone is broken, right? What's the worst case scenario?
I'm using a broken phone, my brother. Do you want to see?
Worst case scenario, it could die like instantly and you lose all your data, right?
Phone,
now the phone still works. So I'm looking at it and checking parts of it. Which parts are broken? Is it the screen? Is it the back? Is it the whatever? Can it still function? That's step 1. Step 2, what is the upside? Oh, at least the screen is not broken. It still works even though the rest of the phone is broken. Step 3.
The screen works and the phone is broken.
Yeah, okay, let's say the screen is broken.
And the phone is working.
Step 2, can it be fixed? Now I'm going to go see the guys who fix the phone. And he's going to tell me it is utterly fixable. It's going to cost you a lot of money, but it's fixable. So the flip side is I'm now having a bit of hope. My phone is fixable. I just need to find money to fix it. Also, the other upside, Jesse, is...
Remember, your budget can only buy this.
Remember, there's another upside. There's another flip side which you're forgetting, Jesse. The phone is broken. Yeah. It probably cost you like 1,500 USD, right? But the fixing, another flip side is the fixing is not 1,500. It's probably 500 or maybe half of the price of the phone. Yeah. But I'm still not buying a new one for 1,500. I'm going to find half of that and fix it.
You never bought in the first place.
How did you get it?
It doesn't matter how I got it.
People get iPhones for all kind of things they've done.
Now this is the person who does not need to panic.
Call
the sponsor.
You didn't even buy
Call
the
phone. Sponsor. Tell them my phone is broken.
Fix it.
No, it's I don't have to say fix it. My phone is broken. It's as simple as that. If you want to reach me, you can reach me on the neighbor's phone. It's as simple as that. It's like a message.
Buy a phone.
By the way, guys, I don't know why you even need your phones. Some of us send pigeons, smoke signals, stones on the window. There's so many other ways to communicate.
You guys threw stones on the window.
Snail mail, Yeah, you send mail. You know, so anyways, the phone example was a very good example. Your phone is broken. Ask yourself, the phone is just a phone. That's the first worst case scenario. It could actually be you broken with your phone, but the phone is just a phone, right? Okay, that's me being a motivational speaker. Let's be a bit more realistic. My phone is broken, but how broken is it? Is it fixable? If it isn't fixable, can I get something cheaper
to deal with?
Also, by the way, you
with
might
for
go
some
to
time.
fix your iPhone and find the price of fixing the iPhone is the same price of a new Samsung. I'm getting myself a new Samsung.
You are?
No, I'm just saying if
Okay.
if my phone is broken.
I thought you were
So you're not
downgrading.
you can't go to Samsung.
No.
No, there's nothing wrong with Samsung. It's actually the best phone in the world.
Thank you.
I don't know about
See
these
now how
AirDrop
stuck I am.
iPhone people.
You see how I'm stuck with Samsung.
Samsung is a good phone. You
It
could
is a
you
good
could use it
phone.
for pretty much a lot of things. But let's not do brands here. But I'm saying Android. You could get yourself an Android. You could get yourself a cheaper iPhone. You could get yourself. There's so many options. You could do snail mail. You
There's
could
something called Ready-Me.
What is
yes. You could call your sponsor.
that? What's that?
You
It's a
could
phone.
you could have it fixed. You could also just not do any of those things and see who loves you.
By not having a phone.
Yeah.
The ones who love you will get your
Yeah,
phone.
it's a good way to
Very
live.
simple.
You know, when adversity comes, it comes in so many forms. Yeah. I think this morning we spoke about how to avoid heartbreaks. And people break our hearts all the time. All right.
I know someone who knocked the other one, but those ones are. That's like the best relationship ever. You know that relationship where you
But
guys are on a
it
roller
was
coaster.
probably a retaliation of also him beating her at some point. She couldn't even be recognized.
Okay, I know I'm toxic, but
That's why we said I think that relationship is like that. Knock me, beat me. When we come back together, nurse ourselves like that.
I want to find
It's
love
okay.
to that extent.
I don't
where,
want that.
Where I near death you,
No.
and then we,
Oh my God, Nasa, I'm disappointed. Like you want to find that kind of love.
where we live our lives in epiphanies, you know.
No, that's living on
That's,
the edge.
that's
Anything
living
could have
on
happened.
eggshells. Like what we're walking on eggshells. Like,
But I
what is that?
don't think it's related to that. I think it's an accident. It's like a normal accident
It
because
was
no
not-
one drives trying to knock the other.
Pana.
I don't really think it's
Okay,
like
we're not security or whatever that is, but I don't think it was an accident. I think it was an intentional knock.
Anyways, our closing takeaways for today from
Yeah.
the flip side, ladies and gentlemen, always find a flip side because otherwise the only other option is your mind will break and you can't have your mind breaking. So I'm just going to tell you something. Life won't stop throwing surprises, but you can choose how you receive them. The only thing you have choice here is how you receive those surprises. Them, they'll just keep showing up. Like life is very weird and random and
Yeah.
and yeah, you could just be there and then get knocked by, so
Your significant other.
yes, so it's that kind of thing, Jesse.
I wanted to ask two precise questions. One of them being, what could be the difference between blind optimism and strategic optimism when bouncing back after problems have happened?
It's what I said earlier on. I said finding the flip side doesn't mean faking happiness. A lot of people out there faking happiness with their videos. I'm sorry, guys, your videos are
It's
fake.
okay.
Your videos are fake. We don't believe you, but we'll like them anyway. It means staying open, to the idea that maybe, just maybe, this is leading somewhere better. Like, it's as simple as that. You don't have to be all cheesy and put all those audios and...
So you have to stay hopeful. probably.
Yeah, and think about maybe this gets better. But then there's also the other thing we mentioned. There's like stages to this thing where you actually think of the worst case scenario and then you have to be realistic. I think one of the things that we mentioned when we were starting this year to people was that, guys, you can lie to everyone, but do not lie to yourself. A lot of people are lying to themselves. Do not lie to yourself, Don't lie to yourself. If you're ugly, you're ugly. If you're toxic, you're toxic.
No,
if
you
you're broke,
can,
you're broke.
You can always use the filters to look better.
No, guys, stop lying to yourself.
Do you know how many lunches?
Tell yourself the truth. It's an example of practicing resilience, by the way. If you wake up
So
every
let me
morning and
ask
tell
you
yourself
now,
the
Do you
truth.
know how many lunches I've gone to because I looked at the picture only to get disappointed when I met these people? They
What?
tried. At
The
least
problem is-
they won a lunch.
The problem is your expectations.
It's not the expectations.
if-
They actually looked so cool in the pictures.
And in reality,
In reality, no. They were just as ugly.
No, but I think it's subjective.
but also we shall not stop using filters. We don't care
Yeah,
if you get
you
disappointed.
Also,
Yourself.
just
Help
is talking
yourself.
about ugly. Ugly is subjective. It
I
depends
know,
on your
right?
tastes and preferences. Yes, it depends. Maybe your standards are very high.
No,
and
there's no
whatever.
standard. There's a definition for ugly. There's also a definition for beautiful.
So
No,
did you
there's
meet
no.
ugly or you met not?
News is up next. Can we go to the next last question, right?
Yes, please.
Nasa, here's a question. You spoke about training yourself to be resilient.
Yes. Tell
all right?
yourself the truth.
But now, how do you train yourself to spot opportunities in moments where most people only see problems?
I think it's kind of like the motivational speaker thing, but a bit more realistic, you know? I usually say this to like techies, the programmers. I'm like, for you to hack a system, you must first understand how it works, right? So it's exactly the same design as a motivational speaker. The only difference is you've looked at the worst case scenarios and you've looked at reality, your station in life, and you've started telling yourself, can I achieve this and that and that? What I don't like mostly about motivational speakers and all these other people is that there are things they think of doing and things they think they can reach that are not actually realistic. The thing is, there's always like a flaw to these things. If you think about the outcome you want to have, you must also think of practical ways to get to that outcome. So there are people who will tell you they want to become something, and then you ask them, so have you ever been in any of these setups of that thing you want to become? Do you even know how it works? Do you understand it? And they don't. So start from understanding it, right? So if you understand the thing you want to become, then you start practically plotting a way to get to it. Or you actually can give up and say, I think that was like an overstatement. I actually know how it works. It's so complicated, I don't think I can make that one work. But along the way of trying to become that thing, you might actually end up becoming something different, but something better than what you were. So baby steps and whatnot. But the most important thing about the resilience, just say, I know I'm saying $10 words here and being ambiguous. Guys, tell yourselves the truth. Don't panic. Think of the worst case scenario. Get that perspective from your friends and your people you trust and whatnot. And guys, don't be those people who are very solipsistic and narcissist. You know those people who say, everyone's a hater. No one is hating on you. Like,
No one has time for
guys, we are not hating on you. Honestly, we are not. We could hate on Elon Musk because he's a billionaire. But since you guys are not billionaires,
People are
we
hating
ain't
on,
hating on you.
Naomi Shime has, you know, everyone hating on her because she's written a memoir.
I don't think they're hating on her. Naomi is like a sensation, you know. If you know that you're giving people a certain feeling, then you're actually good at what you do. So I think Naomi is good at what she does. She gives people a certain feeling.
I actually told Jessie the same thing.
Imagine if she was to post and no reaction comes out. It means people have moved on. They're like, yeah, whatever. But people are reacting.
Yes.
It means she's really good at what she does. Like, she needs to keep doing what she does.
No, I must even thank her team.
Yeah, she's also very
Whichever team
eventful,
it
by
is,
the way. Very
because-
eventful.
Because if you've got the whole world talking about your memoir, you write a memoir that they haven't even read about, but they're actually you're having them talk
People
on
saying
social
that
media.
It means you're a
You're doing
success.
something
You're a
nice.
successful
Yeah.
marketer. You're good at marketing. Just say you know these things. You in journalism they say there's no bad press.
Yeah, but
Every
from
press is
from
good.
from
Doesn't
Dim-
matter bad or
from
good.
Dimalara, I thought maybe the people from Dimalara were the ones who were saying that they won't read the book because I mean that was so fast for people to reject something which is not even out.
No, but they can reject it. But everyone's wondering what it is all about,
The
and we are going to
facts-
try and read it. We are going to find out what this memoir is about.
the reason-
We're actually curious, and if you have half a brain right now, you should be reading that memoir because any information is good information. You know.
The fact that she has us talking about this memoir that is not even
Exactly.
yet out, she's got us. We're actually going to
You
read
guys
this
are hooked.
and the deal is working.
NASA, on Monday morning is Growth Monday, and our conversation today, finding the hidden advantage in every setback. Here is your conversation for today, and we thank you so much, NASA, for making the time to be here with us. We've missed you for the past couple of weeks when you've not been here. I have a message for you from Nice. It says, good topic with NASA today. You guys, you sound more like an app. You are unreal. More like AI.
Oh, nice. Konnichiwa.
Kigali.